If a ship is bad, make it fly, and that makes things better. Hello everyone who likes to have tanks hover in mid-air while time is frozen solid like an ice cube. I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths. More specifically, my pale fleet fights itself. Now, we're in the losers bracket, so as a reminder for what's happening last time, the microcrystal unexpectedly managed to unga bunga its way through all the brackets and is in the final round over there. So, this losers bracket, we're probably going to do this video. I don't think, and then the next video, final one, we will do the next few brackets and whatsoever. I'm good at plans. But, first fight is the Crazy Sled versus the Froststrike. I do not have high hopes for the Crazy Sled, mostly because, once again, I've forgotten myself and spawned it over water. Oops. Oh well. And it's fighting two Froststrikes. This is the first fight where the Froststrike actually can shoot its target. And the Froststrike is pretty hesh-proof because it's got layers of just beam slopes with wood in them, by the way. So, hesh doesn't do much to these guys, so let's see how well we do here. Let's go. So I did spawn the Crazy Sled fairly high off the water, so it actually has a chance to get moving, and it actually seems to be doing pretty well right now. It's almost winning, in fact. Almost winning. I'm trying to remember if there's ACBs or something that let me... Uh-oh. Nope, it has stalled. It has stalled. That's bad. And then now it's going to very slowly get... Whoa, never mind, there it goes. Crazy Sled is crazy. It's still getting shot at by, incendiary rounds. In fact, I don't think it's going to win this, but at least it's giving a better showing than what it used to do. Or what it did last time. Also, I should mention the Froststrikes, they are somewhat bouncy. They do go up and down a little bit. They're actually decent little airships. They're not bad. Not by any means. They're just not amazing. I imagine a larger version of this with actual weapons on top, it could be pretty darn good. And yeah, so the Crazy Sled is going to have serious it's actually steering now, which is very, very nice. Are any of those shots landing? No, they are not. They are whiffing horribly because bouncy airship is bouncy. That is what it does. It is le bouncy. Although if the Crazy Sled drives directly underneath it, yeah, nope, that's a problem. I'm trying to remember, is this tandem warheads or no? Hang on a second. Sorry to... help! Thanks. That's what I wanted. That's what the doctor ordered. We're there. Is this a tandem warhead? Nope, it's pure hash. Pure hash all the time. And this has stalled again. And those Sabot and Incendiary AP rounds are just gently going to melt through and do bad things right in the middle. Yep, no, Crazy Sled, I had hopes. And some people did say, yeah, no, this isn't, fair. It's not supposed to be. I built this thing to be at least somewhat amphibious, and if it cannot amphibian... then that's the fault of past me. Yep, the belt feeders are gone. That's a problem. On the other hand, I'm just glad I got to see the Crazy Sled do what Crazy Sled does best, which is fly around like a maniac. I would like to remind everyone, this was a silly thing that was never meant to be used in actual combat. If I went back and tweaked this a bit and made it properly amphibious, it would be quite a fun vehicle to drive around. I really like the idea of a tank with just a big deck turret with the AI up there. It's weird. You can actually make a decent tank by just having an entire front sider, but just mounting it on the whole thing on a turret. Because if you've got a single turret, then, well, when the turret falls off, it's useless anyway, so you might as well. Alright, let's see how you're doing. I just remembered that the Froststrike was actually designed as, a decently versatile tank hunter. It's actually shooting at its intended target. It's shooting at a kind of like a surface target that is a lump of stuff. I'm just impressed the Crazy Sled has lasted this long. Look how much damage it's taken. It's also, hilariously, it's faster than the airships that are currently trying to kill it. Like, a lot faster. I hope this doesn't go the full distance, because that'll be quite long. So yeah, anybody made a tank as wacky as this? Although, if the turret block gets knocked out, it will be AI dead immediately. I do seem to recall that, like, my what I did to make this amphibious was really just put hydrofoils on it, and that was it. So yeah, no, that doesn't work great for tanks. Just you wait. Oh yeah, it is close to the end of the year, and, like, don't mind me dating the video a little bit. Don't tell my girlfriend. So yeah, there's going to be a Krampus, and I think, like, not to spoil anything, but at least one person did request a tiny Krampus, and I think a tiny tank Krampus would be quite fun. Also, downside of, like, having a whole bunch of belt feeders and a deck turret, block cluster. Big, big block cluster. Oh dear. Nasty, nasty block cluster. We hate to see it, and by hate to see it, I mean it's, like, fun to watch it die horribly. Oh no! The barrel! The barrel! Where will the wine be kept? Oh, that Frost Strike has actually taken some damage. I'm trying to remember how much space armor is actually in these turrets. I don't think there's that much. Ah! Wait, there's no way these are deck turrets, right? No, they're not. I was scared. I was scared. Well, the main gun's disabled. This fight is basically over. It's not basically over, it is over. The Crazy Sled can't actually shoot back, so, I'm going to censor this horrible violence, by, penciling in who done did one. The Crazy Sled has been eliminated from the tournament. It gets a grey background. It's dead. Which means, unfortunately, the Frost Drake is heading up against the Comet again, which is problematic for it. Alright, so the next fight is the Husky vs. the Snowboarder, and I kind of already know who's going to win that. The Huskies were never designed to fight aircraft, so let me go set that fight up so long. Shockingly, this is a 1v1. Have you ever seen a dogfight between a fat fighter plane and a identity-confused tank? Honestly, look at this thing. It doesn't know whether it is tank. Actually, it does know. It's proud of being a tank. Anyway, prepare for the silliest dogfight in the world. I think the Husky might have trouble even hitting, no question. It's going to have a lot of trouble, hitting the Snowboarder at all. Actually, I think, hold on a minute, 118 meters per second. Whee! Oh dear, this could take a while. The Snowboarder never really did have that good, Aha! Bernie is happening. Yeah, no, Husky literally isn't fighting back. That's a problem. Well, I guess we zoom out and let this inevitable conclusion happen, eh? I will unpause if anything interesting happens. Well, this thing couldn't fire particularly well at the Snowboarder anyway, and it just lost a gun. Turns out spamming tiny heat does do things. Poor Husky. Again, this thing was designed as a tank hunter. It's not really fair to throw it against an aircraft, but like I said, we're not doing fair in this tournament. We want blood, we want injustice, we want drama. The jet engines are going to burn off, by the looks of it. Or not. Large jets are actually quite tanky blocks, really. They do a lot. Also, the Husky is such a goofy craft, honestly. If nothing else, the Pale Fleet is an example of you don't actually need craft to be perfect in order to, beat a campaign with them. Which is kind of the difference between a campaign craft and a tournament craft, which I'm hoping this, kind of tournament is kind of showcasing. The things that I did really well in the campaign were, nice and versatile. They could handle... Well, they were versatile and they were affordable. The thing that does well in a tournament is things that is just good at dealing with, like a specific thing that's in that tournament. The specific thing in this tournament being squishy glass cannons. So no wonder the microcrystal has done so well. Although, alright, no, the Frost Strike isn't going to win because that thing's going to get clobbered by the Comet, isn't it? Although you never know. The Comet might do something stupid. Alright, let's speed up the footage some more because what else is there to say? You are watching a dog being slowly beaten to death right now, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, that's it. The main weapon on the Husky is damaged. I'm surprised she lasted so long. Turns out that having little missile flares really does help in fending off firearm missiles. Who knew? Anyway, I'm going to censor this horrible violence again. Unfortunately, bad matchup for the Husky. Eliminated from the tournament. And the snowboarder carries on. Alright, so now we have the Avalanche versus the Snow Trail. I think this is going to be another slaughter. The loser's bracket, like this particular bracket, is going to be quite brutal. It's going to be very one-sided, a lot of them. So, hang in there. Let's see the next one. Well then, this fight is stupid. So, I guess a reminder to everyone, and hopefully my math is correct. The Avalanche is about 1.6 million materials. The Snow Trail is about just under 47,000 materials. So we've got 35 Snow Trail missile tanks against one Avalanche. So this is going to be one of them fights where we have to go and find the... Where's it again? Where's the UI? Alright, so the font size... We're going to have to drop down a lot to actually see what's happening on screen. Apologies to anyone who likes to read, including myself. Right, so I can just about make out text on screen. Especially if you're watching this on a phone, you probably can't. Don't worry, I'll try and let you know things. Anyway, let's see how laggy this is. Our frames are, well, it's above 10. Also, the Avalanche is going to be popping snow trails, like, really quickly. Or not. Actually, yes. Yep, nope, there we go. So we've got 2 lines of 18 right there. Also, I do appreciate the people who have, at least one person attempted to make the Avalanche into something good. And they had to give up because it was just too difficult. And kudos to John McFirst, who swapped out the... What was it? I think it was the Avalanche, who swapped out the shells on the main gun and managed to put a hole straight through the pyre. I did test the Avalanche against the pyre a lot back when I was building her. And she never did very well because she's a squishy broadsider against a front-siding flying brick. So yeah... Honestly, I like the look of the Avalanche as a thing. I think she's, like... She's beautiful in her own way, but just, she's not good. Let's be honest, she's not good. She's not good. She's not good. Honestly, she'd probably be better if I just removed the main gun entirely and just forgot about it. Dear. Alright, let's see what's happening over there. I'm peering at the screen. None of the snow trails have actually died yet. Which is interesting. How's this one doing, though? This one's quite close to death, I do have to say. 73% health. Why am I bot... Wow, the V menu looks different when you shrink the font, doesn't it? Currently, the Avalanche has basically taken no damage whatsoever. The one thing she is pretty good at is being missile-proof. Is that thing... Yep, AI dead, there you go. Never mind, she is going to be mauling the snow trails... like no one's business. Also, the Avalanche might be one of the better things against Space Cheese in this particular silly tournament, because she does have, like, all her APS has air mantlets, and she does have 2-axis lasers, which are quite strong. She's also pretty decently missile-proof. It's one of her few saving graces. How fast does she move again? She's got a top speed of 59 meters per second. She's currently moving at just over 50. Also fast for such a big squishy thing. Yay. Brr, brr. Honestly, could make her into an airship. If a ship is bad, make it fly, and that makes things better. She doesn't really have enough power, though, so CJEs it'll have to be. Custom jets are a little bit strong in this game, I feel. Right, how are you doing? AI dead? Yep, alright, so, she's not actually doing this as fast as I thought she would, but that's probably because there's a lot of things happening on screen. Lots of things. I don't think... Hang on, has she lost any blocks at all? Let's peer at our tiny font. She has lost 20 blocks. Out of how many? Out of almost 50,000. Hooray! Well, that thing's too damaged. Yep. Once again, render distance mod. Lovely, lovely. Makes things pretty, makes things gorgeous. I think the Avalanche is just happy that she is getting, you know, she's actually getting to fight things. What did she lose against? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, she went up against Snowman Gary. If she's unlucky, she might have to fight Snowman Gary again. Although, looking at the roster here, the Snowman... Gary's going up against the Icewind, so that's probably not going to go well. One-sided fights are fun and ich gehe in Freude kein Defei. I speak German. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. How are you? Have you eaten a pretzel today? I had a pretzel the other day. Don't need to be German to eat pretzel. Yep. And dead. And let's see, how long will you survive, you useless, stupid little tank? Honestly, if I combine the snowboarder and the crazy sled, I think we will be able to make magic happen. Sweet, sweet, sexy magic. Or not. Also, I just thought, like, I need to make more double-hulled, or, like, just multiple hull vehicles, because I think they're fun. I did that the other day. I was like, hey, I've made something very skinny that doesn't roll over, because it's got too much hull. Honestly, I think if the Avalanche was better, it would be burning through, like, snow trails a lot quicker. How's our frame rate? Hey! The more things die, the better the frames get. The more things die, the better the frames. That is a lot of bullets. That is a lot of bullets. You gotta love the amount of bullets that's happening. Hooray! More... What? I nearly called these frostbites. How did I not call anything? I did call something the frostbite, didn't I? Nope, I just called something the frost. Just checking what I've named things. Alright. I need cameraman ship. Camera person ship. Camera on ship. Whoops, why did I try and do tab? Wah! Avalanche doing what it does best. Generally quite a silly thing. Alright, well this is a tremendously Ooh, the Avalanche actually lost like 0.1% health. Alright, it is fast forward time. I've tried to hype this up enough. Now I'm tired. I'll let you know if anything interesting happens. Maybe a collision or 3. Ah, I have just noticed that a lot of the snow trails are like too far away to even like shoot at the avalanche, which is awkward. Very awkward for them. Oh no, someone's got a mean lean. Alright, well, I do want to see how this plays out, because you know what, you gotta give things a fair go. Although they really have not managed to damage the avalanche, like, at all. Like, are any of them even firing? This one definitely isn't. Hello. How many have we got left? 1, 2... Well, we've got 3 left. One of them is about to disintegrate. This one, to be precise. Yep, there she goes. And here's... What's way over there? So this little guy is probably going to die horribly. Icy bullets. Lots of bullets. Not icy bullets, mind you. Interesting how the render distance mod looks like from this distance. Actually, that's at the maximum hang on a second. So if we're here... And how far away is that? That's over 5,000 meters away. Amazed it can hit anything at all. Look at this little guy just trundling along, doing their best. Well, time to speed up the footage again, because these guys definitely aren't winning. But for some reason, like, there's something satisfying about watching a big battleship just pop these guys. It's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, squashing cockroaches, popping a pimple, I don't know. Just like, you know, here's an annoying thing. Dead. And here is the last snow trail. And it is basically dead. Wow, the avalanche actually did it. Managed to kill all of them before time ran out. Well, the avalanche gets, you know, golf clap for that. Congratulations. You have managed to successfully kill a swarm of things which are basically 1/35th the cost of you. What an absolute legend. I veered into being sarcastic. There, I guess. So anyway, so the avalanche won that one. Very obviously, lost about 0.1% health. Which is, honestly, yeah, like, even though she won that, you can still get a sense that she's not an optimized craft by how long that took. I suspect a more optimized one would have flattened them in, like, literally no seconds flat. Alright, so, Snow Trail has been eliminated from Le Tournament. The Avalanche goes on to fight the Snowboarder, and I think the Snowboarder is going to lose horribly because laser go brrrr. Alright, so this fight is going to be stupid. I'm going to give these guys 3 minutes to actually damage each other before I call it. The Stormbolt might actually manage it, except these guys are going to try and fly over the top of each other, so they might hit the space ceiling immediately. I don't know. Anyway, let's see how that goes. But first, I simply must restore the font to being readable. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much nicer. I can just actually read. I can read again. I am literate. Okie dokie, is everyone ready for a very silly 1v1 space fight? I hope you are, because it's happening. Here we go. So, what's happening? Alright, so the Hailstone has let rip first. The Stormbolt is trying to climb. Interesting that the Hailstone appears to be climbing a lot faster. Alright, so they're gonna just climb until they hit the space ceiling. Set both of them starting at about 1,000 meters. They're never gonna... Oh! Hello! Hello, hello! The Hailstone... I think the Hailstone might have been upgraded a little bit more than the Stormbolt. What the hell just happened? Why did that Oh! Alright, well, thank goodness that was fun. Alright, so the Hailstone is proving that it is the least terrible space bomber I have in the Pale Fleet. That was really fast. Alright, well, cool. Works for me. Alright, Stormbolt has been eliminated. Eliminated! Alright, which means the Hailstone proceeds on. And we've got the Icewind and Snowman Gary. Poor Gary! This is the problem with specialized craft. They are specialized. Well, rip Gary, I guess. Although you never know. You never know. He might surprise us. He might surprise... Like, you know, you gotta give Gary a chance. Okay then, we got 4 Icewinds versus Snowman Gary. Once again, a very bad matchup for Gary, but that's what Gary gets for using cram cannons. I don't think this is gonna go well for Gary, but you know what, let's try. You know what? Have a go. Have a college try. I'm interested to see if Gary's missiles can actually hit these guys. They're probably not going to be able to. And I do seem to recall that the Icewinds are like, they are actually pretty damn good at dealing with frontsiders when they're in a squad. Yeah, no, Gary's not winning this. Gary is not winning this. Are any of those missiles going to hit? No, they are not fast enough. These are effectively cruise missiles. They're designed to hit things which are not fast jets. Well, it is time to fast forward through the death of Gary. I feel bad. This is why tournaments have rules, by the way, because otherwise you're gonna get shenanigans like this. I'm gonna spare us all the pain, and well, we'll see how long Gary lasts at the very least. Okay, so it's been over 5 minutes, and I don't think a single Icewind has been hit. This is kind of a foregone conclusion, and I'm not gonna lie, watching one of my failed little amphibious tanks get slaughtered by, well, another failed design, that was cathartic. Watching Gary suffer is making my inner cram gunner, and particularly my inner cram canoe enthusiast, cry. So I'm going to call it there, because turns out I have a conscience, after all. And I don't like to see a Gary suffer. Donate to your local Gary shelter today, because the Gary needs help. Right, let's censor this horrible violence. I'm not going to stop the horrible violence, but I am going to censor it, because I'm helpful. There's a message in there somewhere. So, Gary, unfortunately, has been eliminated from the tournament. I honestly thought Gary would get eliminated sooner. But at least Gary, like, kicked the Avalanche down to the loser's bracket, where she truly belongs. Alright then, next is the Ice Pellet versus the Frost. I don't know what's going to happen here. Probably the Frost is going to lose horribly. It's a 1v1 for us. It's a 1v1 for us. I totally didn't forget to stick things where they should go. Definitely didn't forget to update my spreadsheet. Wait. What the hell? Okay, no. We're good. We're good. I did remember to update my spreadsheet. Anyway, these guys. Fight, please. So we've got a uselessly tiny missile-throwing space thing versus a rather decent, if very squishy, Corvette. And the main missile defense of the Frost isn't going to be of much use. Because, well, it's... Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, no, Frost's not winning this one. Although the Ice Pellet does so little damage. I mean, look at that. Wait. Whoa, Ice Pellet got hit by something. It's AI dead. Okay, wow, the Frost, well, that teaches me to be looking at the wrong vehicle. Alright, Frost is very happy about that. You can tell by the way she is frowning. Alright. Cool. Cameraman was fast asleep. The Ice Pellet has been eliminated from the tournament, and no one will miss it, I assure you. So, Frost, Iceman, Hailstone. So now we have the Icicle versus the Winter Beam. I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win this one. It's the Icicle, because the Winter Beam is... Well, you never know. There's going to be a lot of Winter Beams, because the Icicle is more expensive. I don't know. Let's find out. So I might have to eat my words a little bit, because there's 8 Winter Beams versus 1 Icicle, and there's 2 points to consider here. Firstly, the Icicle does have a laser, but it's a token little laser that doesn't do much. And honestly, really should have made that a 0Q, not 0Q, 1Q laser from the very beginning. The updated metal as in metal music, metal not the material version of the Icicle, the Blind Guardian now has a 1Q laser through bitter hard experience and helpful advice from Twitch chat. Remember to follow me on Twitch. Secondly, the Icicle is made mostly out of wood. There's a lot of wood construction. And the Winter Beam has a Bernie laser. So, I don't know who's going to win this one. I suspect the Icicle is going to lose horribly, but you never know. Yep, no, Icicle's going to have a bad day. Probably. Or not. Let's see, what's happening here? Mostly surface damage, but there's going to be a lot of fire damage. Although the Icicle is going to give, like... She's going to give as much as she's going to take, probably, in this fight. She's already lost 1% health. The Winter Beams are like... There's a lot of lasers flying back and forth. I'm trying to... Does the Icicle have smoke? I believe she does. Huh. She does. I think the Winter Beams might actually keep repairing, though, and that's, frustrating. Aha! Let's have a look at you. You are being shot at, aren't you? Oh, I just remembered that the Icicle does aim for hot blocks, which on the Winter Beam is those little steam engines that are on Azapods, which are constantly moving. That's an issue. The Icicle is currently losing. This is embarrassing. This is very embarrassing indeed. Honestly, a larger version of the Winter Beam would probably not be a bad craft at all. Like, it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad. It just needs to be bigger, because tiny laser is bad. Never underestimate a space plane. Yeah, the Icicle is copping it. Yep. Really copping it bad. Though it's not like this Winter Beam is doing much better. Yeah, no, the Icicle's laser is too weak. No! The hubris! The shocking hubris. Yeah, I am seeing smoke on the Icicle, but it's not doing much, because that's a lot of burn damage. This could take a while, though, because the Winter Beam's damage output isn't great. It's only going to take, like, a few... it's only going to take, like, a few... like, choice hits on a Winter Beam to disable it. What was that? Something fell off. Yep, something... somewhere. Yep, okay, nope. Once you stop aiming for the front or the back, and you aim for the center of mass, things go well. And it appears to be still mostly surface damage. I think the Winter Beam also aims for hot blocks, which is why it's focusing so much on the engine compartment that's back there. Did the laser get shot? Yeah, the laser got shot off, so now it's all APS. It's all APS all the time. Man, people, I know for sure I don't want the Winter Beams to win, because I've said myself they're not very good. Because they aren't. Their damage output is terrible. They are doing a remarkably good job of, like, dodging very fast shells, though. Does this have space armor? It doesn't, but those AP heat rounds don't seem to be going through. I don't know. What's happening around here? It's pretty even at the moment. Pretty even. Which one is currently being shot at? Ah! That one is currently being shot at. You know, if you use enough bullets, it's hard to dodge any of them. Actually, if you use enough bullets, you're guaranteed to hit something eventually. This is why, like, I don't know, if, like... If the Icicle was an airship in this case, if it had a bit of altitude and could fly a bit faster, it would probably be able to hit these things a lot more reliably. Let's see, what's happening down here? The winter beams are very slowly burning their way through, well, anything flammable, really. Let's see, what's happening over here? Whoopsie daisy! This is actually the first fight in this particular video, not in the tournament, where I genuinely don't know how it's going to go. I think the winter beams are still going to win, because eventually they're going to burn through everything and just take out the engines. And they're going to snipe the detection off, which is always annoying. I forgot there was a little domey thing there. What was... Oh, that was a turret. It used to be a turret. It is the artist formerly known as turret. Also, these things do have repair bots on them. They are campaign craft. You do need them to maintain themselves a little bit. If the Icicle had incendiary shells, I think this would be going a bit differently. But it doesn't, so there you go. Man, the cruel, cruel injustice of this. I mean, it's not injustice. I knew what I was doing. There goes the superstructure. So now there's no 360 detection. There are... What is there? There's no bearing rangefinders either. Yeah, there's a lot of burning happening. There's a lot of... I love burning lasers, honestly. Like, burning lasers are one of my favorite weapon types at the moment, just because they're great. They burn things. Ooh, one of the winter beams has dropped below 90% health. That's nice. That's nice. We like that. Yeah, that laser's disabled. Neat. Alright, what else is happening? Imagine if APS shells had guidance, like crams and missiles do. Mostly missiles, let's be honest. This fight could go the distance, folks. It really, really could. Let's see, how you doing? The Icicles drop below 90% health as well. I think the winter beams are just going to do that annoying thing they do, which is just they chip away. What just happened? There was a lag spike. What happened? Maybe it was just from the depths being from the depths. Also, by the way, I stuffed up the main gun on the Icicle. It's like sharing connections that it shouldn't. So yeah, like that was embarrassing to find out like live on stream when I was messing with the Blind Guardian. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Oh yeah, check out my recent playtest of Platono, the custom campaign me and my community are working on. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun so far. There's no space cheese, at least not annoying space cheese like this. We have space cheese that is easy to hit if you know how, and will kill you quickly if you're not ready for it. So, fun space cheese. For a given value of fun. Alright, so let's see here. All the action is happening down there, and by all the action, I mean the Icicle slowly burning to death. Very slowly burning to death. Very slowly burning to death. Yep. Yeah, it could take a hot second. I don't think she's going to, Wait, one of the winter beams is dropping in health quite quickly. What happened to you? Oh, hello. What was in there? Oh, there was an engine. There was an engine. Emphasis on was. There is not an engine there now. Okay, then. Right. I think I'm just gonna... It's slowed down a lot. Let's see. Icicle, just a little trickle of block confetti. That is not many wintry bits. I think she's actually managed to disable a lot of the lasers. This one, I think... Nope, never mind. Oh, no, that is basically disabled. That laser has been snubbed. Completely. Oh, wow. This one lost its tail. How about that? Well, winter beams are probably going to win this one. But, I'm reluctant to call it just yet. No, they're going to win this one. We know this. We know this for fact. Alright, once again, fast forward. This video is full of fast forwarding, and my apologies, but, let you know if anything interesting happens. There's about a minute and a half for something truly interesting to happen. Ooh, I think one of the winter beams is going to despawn. It is despawning. Where's it? There it is. There it is. Alright, does that drop Team Winter Beam below 87%? It does! Oh, can you snipe another one, Icicle? You win if you manage to stay above 84% health or so. Oh, what an upset. What an upset. Icicle does not need to kill all of them, just needs to kill enough of them. Downside of, like, in this particular rule set, I just kind of... Yes! The Icicle's done it! Oh, I could kiss you, girl. Mwah! I could kiss you. I could kiss you right on your non-existent ship lips. Ship lips is a like, that sounds like a thing. Come and get your ship lips today. $2,000 to put lips on the front of your ships. Technically, I mean... the Icicle does have a mouth. It's like, doesn't have lips though. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, so I'm thrilled to see the Icicle pull through like that because, like, I have blatant favoritism and we know it. So, Icicle proceeds onward. Oh, the poor Frost. The Winter Beam has been eliminated. Hooray! No more space cheese apart from the comet. Alright, so next time we are going to finish this ding-dang tournament, aren't we? And I do need more brackets. I just remembered. Lots of brackets. So yeah, stick around for that. And let's look at the Icicle. Let's look at the Icicle valiantly still fighting to the end. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps and there's fun perks in it for you. Like at the lowest tier, access to a Patreon-exclusive Discord. You can hang out with me and other cool people. Mixed bunch in there. It's always interesting. Second highest tier, I will review your craft for you once per month. And at the highest tier, I will build stuff for you once per month. Or draw you something. I have an art skill. At least one. And, yeah, we do monthly events in there. There's currently a helicopter building event going on in there. If you want in on that, please do join us. We'd love to see you. And speaking of loving to see you, do check out my Twitch. Because we're doing custom campaign-y stuff over there, and it's a good time. Sometimes frustrating, lots of heartache, lots of drama. Good television all around. And speaking of good television, check out my second channel, BorderRRR. Currently playing through Sacred 2 Fallen Angel, self-imposed challenge run. If you've never heard of that game, well, that's more reason for you to go check out the second channel, isn't it? It's a good time. Classic game, Rough Diamond. And that's it. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope no space cheese sets you on fire, because that's very sad. And I'll see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell! The space cheese might burn our wooden bodies, but it will never burn away our fighting spirit and courage.